Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. It is September 21st, 2014. And today I'm going to be speaking to you about something I've talked about a bunch, but I like to remind people about it because new people are watching my videos all the time. Haha, to Osa. I know they've tried years ago in the 90s, they really tried to stamp out any communication on the internet that the Church of Scientology did not want seen. I was part of that, unbeknownst to me that they were stopping free speech. My friend Bill Yachty just said, I need you to open these accounts. We're going to handle these suppressive people that are on the internet. And I was still in the church and I believed that. So I opened the accounts until I started thinking, these guys are really starting to act mafia-like. I grew up in Chicago. I was around some of the mafia in different forms, and I kind of knew how they acted. And I started thinking, maybe David Miscavige just paid someone to wipe out these critics. I know it sounds ridiculous, but not really if you know David Miscavige and what a creep he is. And I thought, it's not impossible. It really isn't impossible. And I mean, it is impossible, but I didn't think so at the time. When you're in what I call the Truman Show, which is the church, which it is in the church, it's a phony, fraudulent business pretending to be a religion. The Church of Scientology, they're really what I call the Truman Show, where the people are in it, they can't see the walls, they're sure that they are working for freedom, communication, everything else. All you have to do is go, hello, can you talk to any of your old friends? No. Are your friends in the church or out of the church? We're out. We left. Why did we leave? Because of civil rights abuses. Okay, for most people, that was the number one thing. So you go Scientology religion, civil rights abuses. Okay, what's the deal? Now, first of all, it's not really a religion, it's a cult. But okay, they have the title of religion, so we'll leave that be. But if you study cults and you study mind control, you're going to understand why I, Tori, in my opinion, say, and my opinion, my expert opinion, having been in it 30 years and done all the way up to OT7, OT8 is the top, which my husband was, or I think he still is, but he was a wreck as an OT8, and so were most of the OT8s. A lot of them died. A lot of the OT7s died. A lot of people die in the Church of Scientology. Now, do you hear about it? No. You just hear about the top dogs because the rest of them, they just sweep under the carpet. And that's pretty spooky in itself. But you need to look at, you can go to YouTube and type in mind control or cults and just start studying what's the difference, because there's definitely a difference. But as far as civil rights, that's a whole different thing. And somehow in this country, especially in America, it's like, well, if they're under the umbrella of religion, they can do whatever they want. And it's like, really? I mean, they're stopping free speech. They break up families every single day. They declare someone suppressive. David Miscavige, thanks to him, they no longer even use the technology that they used to use. They just, shh, that's it, you're declared. Say anything against David Miscavige, shh, that's it, SP declared, get him out of here. Once you're declared, no one is allowed to talk to you. No one, not anyone, not your children, not your parents, not anyone. If they're in the phony, fraudulent business pretending to be a church, Scientology, once they declare somebody suppressive, that's it. You're out the door. Now, it ends up being, thankfully, that's it. Because I have made so many wonderful friends around the world, year after year. It just keeps getting better. I mean, it really does. All the guys that are leaving are great, but all the wonderful people that are out that I would have never, ever met had I not been declared suppressive. So I'm very happy to be an SP. I really am. And it's funny. I mean, to me, it is. That's why you see the picture of me with the red horns. I was making fun of them declaring people suppressive. I knew they would lie and say, oh, Tori's out there just handling the critics. So I got those horns to say, no, in 2000, I'm not with the critics. I'm not handling the critics. I'm with the critics. So if they've got breaking up families, stopping free speech. Hubbard had his thing, fair game, where you can lie, cheat, steal, destroy someone utterly. Now, a lot of people don't really get how deep that is, but it's pretty deep. Okay. And they are very covert in what they do. One of my friends just told me recently, one of her friends has a daughter who was in the Sea Organization, which is their big billion-year contract. They work 24 hours a day, round the clock, until they finally leave. But while they're there, it's sort of a mini nightmare for a lot of people. Once they get out, they tell you about all these things. Anyway, she left the Sea Organization, but she's still in Scientology. And I said, you better let the mother and the father know about Scientology. Why? Because Scientology will never, people won't go and go, oh, that's really bad, blah, 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 blah. No, what they'll do is they'll come. I mean, they won't like demonstrate the really dark side of Scientology. They won't do that. They'll come and buddy up and become the best friends with the parents. So then the parents, all of a sudden you start hearing, well, they're not that bad. No, Scientologists in general are not that bad. But the guys that run it are absolutely that bad. And they will make sure those people that are so nice, all of a sudden, it's an either or. Either you get into Scientology or we got to disconnect from you. And that's what this is. If you look on the back, it says her only terminal is the International Justice Chief via the Continental Justice Chief. Right. See? Way down at the bottom. Where's my finger? I can never get this thing anyway. Where are my fingers on this thing? Okay, there we go. Here we go. See? Her only terminal is the International Justice Chief. Yeah, the Continental Justice Chief. Only. And they won't even call me. I've tried to call them for 14 years. I've written them letters. Nothing. Not a thing. I've invited Osa to come over here. I don't give a shit. Come on over. Hear my side of the story for once. Can they? No. That's a proof. Okay, how about the guys that are locked in the hole? Oh, yeah. Could that be a civil rights abuse? I think so. Now, granted, because it has to do with mind control, we've sent in people from the city to go in and check it out. And they say, well, we're here on our own determinism. Sure. I mean, when you're brainwashed and you're in a cult, of course you're going to say that. But are they really on their own determinism? I don't think so. And these are just a few of the many civil rights abuses that the Church of Scientology does on a daily basis. I'm not kidding you. On a daily basis, they do stuff that is very, very nasty. They spread lies. They spread false information. It's on the internet right now about me today. Is a flat out lies about me. Flat out lies. And I've said, oh, I had an affair? Bring him over. I'd like to meet who I had an affair with. Really? Have they brought him over? No. Oh, I spent all my husband's money. Really? Come look at my house. Anyone who's been here, show me what I spent the money on. Look at my jewelry. There it is. Okay? $10? $10 at the gift show. That's it. Here you go. Necklace. Probably $15. I did not. They're just flat out lies that they do. Really creepy stuff too that they do about everyone. This is just me, Tori. There's like hundreds of critics now that they have just created huge, huge lies about. And you hear people in just spitting it out like it's absolute truth. If you're in and you hear me saying this, at least do yourself the favor of looking at both sides. Don't do what I did. I was a true believer, man. I was there 30 years. And would I stay? Hell no. I would have left a long time ago. I was happy. I don't regret being in because I wouldn't have met my husband and gotten married and had my son, who I dearly, dearly love. So for that reason and that reason alone, really, I'm happy that I was in Scientology. But the years after that, we could have left and had a whole different life. And I still don't regret it because I don't believe in regret. I believe everything happens the way it happens, and just this is it how it is today, and it's going to be better tomorrow. That's my personal philosophy. I do. I believe in enjoying every single day and then digging tomorrow too. It's going to be a good day. All right, so there you go. That's it. Scientology, as long as you're doing these civil rights abuses, we, the critics, anonymous, ex-Scientologists, independents, even Scientologists now that are under the guise of the umbrella, pretending they're Scientologists, but they're really out. Even they, all of us, are here to expose your abuses. And that's not going away, Miscavige. Not ever. Not ever. Okay? Read my lips. So there you go. You got two things you can do, the right thing or the wrong thing. And right now, you're way on the wrong side of right. And we're on the right side of right. So if you want to be on the right side of right, come on out. Because we outside are having a wonderful time. Freedom is a great thing. It really is. That's why I got in Scientology. I believed it was about freedom. It isn't at all. And you know it isn't. If you're in, you know it isn't. So there you go. And if you're in any kind of an abusive relationship, get out. Find somebody that'll listen to you. If somebody that you love, like me, when it happened, I tried to tell my mom. She didn't want to hear it because she came from an era. It was like, no, that can't happen. No, not in our family. Well, it did. And I didn't continue. I didn't try to find another person to listen to me. So if you are getting abused or harmed, find someone that will listen to you and understand and help you. All right, there you go. Peace out. Thank you all for coming to my YouTube site. And please pass on my link to a friend. You never know who it's going to help. All right, there you go. I love you guys. Bye-bye.